Hi, I'm Professor Rick Dior from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. And today we're going to go over the NCMEA Rudimental Snare Drum Audition for grades 9 through 10. Now this is part 1 of your audition. Part 2 will be a concert snare drum etude as well as a grand casa or bass drum etude. So we'll post that in a separate video. So this is quite the challenging solo here. You need quite a bit of technique to play this. Since this is the rudimental portion, all the rolls, flams, drags should be played open. Now by open I mean doubles like this. So those are the rolls, the flams. So you should actually hear that grace note, and the drags. So the tempo is 120, and I'm playing the quarter note. So let's play this first line for you. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I am making use of different parts of the drum. So sometimes when I come down softer, I'm going a little bit to the edge. Not as far as you would in a concert solo, which would be, but I'm going around here. So probably about 2.5 to 3 inches from the edge of the drum when I'm playing softer. That helps out a lot. If you go too far, it drastically changes the tone of the drum. Too much for an etude like this. Now, be careful in the second bar. Make sure that you're reading all of these stickings exactly as they're written. Now in line 2, the second bar, we have this flam tap. The accents need to come out. So, all right, and again, follow all the stickings. So we'll do line 2. 1, 2, 2, 2. Going into A. So again, you don't need to come down too much there. Normally the rudimental solos are a little bit louder than the concert solos. Let's play that one more time. Now exaggerate the dynamics. 1, 2, 1, 2. So you hear I came down even more on that piano. And then letter A, this is the second bar with the drags we talked about. That looks like this. So we'll play that line at letter A. 1, 2, 1, 2. And now we have this hemiola that starts on line 4. It's basically feels like it's in 3/4, although it's written in 2/4. So that's an implied time signature within another. That's what a hemiola is. Here's line 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that 17-stroke roll, that's tricky to get that soft. I'll play it again. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we're at letter B. So this is kind of the second part of the solo here. And this comes way down. And this is one spot where I am almost playing at the edge again, about 2.5 inches from the edge. When you play these triplets in the second bar, tighten up with your wrist. Hold the sticks firmly. Not with your arms, but your wrist. I'll play letter B for you. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that was into the next line. So that roll, the last bar of the line where B is this. So you see I'm moving about an inch or two towards the center. That helps a lot. You don't have to do that. You can do it like this. But again, the edge is your friend, okay? Now we come to one of the trickiest lines of the whole piece because of this triplet roll. So let's talk about the triplet roll. It's actually easier to do faster than slower. So at this tempo, in that line, second line of B, playing an accent there. So what I'm thinking is this. And then I just add the diddles. So you're going to want to practice that over and over again until it feels good. And then the next line here, we have this figure, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that sticking at the end of that line, 3 lines from the end, is very tricky. The last 2 bars. It's a paradiddle followed by a triple paradiddle while you're doing a crescendo. And then we're into letter C. So this is not too bad. It's kind of a recap from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that whole thing, the last line is one big crescendo. I'll play you the last line. 1, 2, 1, 2. And really get a lot louder in that last bar. Okay, so now I'll play the solo for you once more. I'll be using the click, but you won't hear it, hopefully. It might be a little bit of bleed. And before we go, and before I play it one more time, I just want to talk about the equipment I'm using, because I forgot to. I did tell you the equipment, same equipment as I'm using in the concert solo, except for the sticks. I'm using a little bit of a heavier, thicker stick. These are Tigerwood. I make these with a smaller barrel tip. It helps with the articulation for rudimental playing, and I like the extra weight and the extra thickness. The snare drum's the same, Pearl Philharmonic Tamo Ash, although I am tightening up the snares a little to give it a tighter sound. All right, so we'll play it one more time for you without the click being audible, and I wish you lots of luck on your audition.